what I put together, I believe. Okay, let me just show the group. This is the reluctant learner lesson. Okay, we'll have this in a more varied lesson plan, but what Steve and I discussed, well, here's a basic premise is if in my history of teaching, if somebody is closed down, they put on the mask, I don't care what you do, you're wasting your time. That's the premise. So if a child just goes, screw this sucks, I hate it, you're not going to help them much. So we're running into a lot of that with scholarship kids. And we talked about this before. It's because education's not in their picture of a quality world. Many of them haven't seen people read. They don't see any value in reading. They could care less about reading. That's what we're running into. So what we're doing is modifying this plan for reluctant learners. And these would be identified as a reluctant learner. It's really the scholarship kids. And we're focusing just on reading, not on the spelling. So you're following the reading checklist only, number one. But here's also what's going on. Let me show you a copy of what the plan will look like. This is my first rough copy, but it's something you could go by. Okay, so we begin with advanced phonemic awareness. Now, we're doing advanced phonemic awareness because we're getting rid of the spelling of syllables, which is very time committing, and kids fight that. Instead of that, studies do indicate that for older kids or kids with problems, if you do it orally, that produces change in their phonemic awareness that helps their reading. So we're taking the premise of starting with that for just 2 minutes. And all that is going to words coming up in their reading. So if you're at French Quarter Phantom, you just go to, the words coming up in that chapter, which is phantom, a bench, saxophone, lantern. You can use just a couple of those words. And what you're doing is getting the kid to change in all positions. So I'm going to need to use you guys throughout today because we're doing a lot of stuff. So Jenny, let me start with you. And I'm going to just take the word I have here, which is the word mountain. Can you say mountain?
Mountain.
I want you to change the to an n. What do you have?
Mountain.
All right, I want you to change the ow to an oi.
Nointon.
Good. In the word nointon, remove the t.
Noin. Noinen.
Good. In the word noinen, change the final n to s.
Noin is.
Noinus. Good. All right. It's tough, right? Mm-hmm. So notice I am changing in all positions. This is called advanced phonemic awareness. Now, in many of the studies, they don't do the syllable tracking we're doing. They do these, and they found it produces a positive effect change. Now, my total program, I do them both, but we are going to fine tune this program. And so we are just going to begin with that. So I'm going to do another one, and I'm going to have you try it on me. So Briley, the word's teacher. Change the t to a r.
Reacher.
Good. Change the e to an a.
Racher.
Change the ch to a th.
Rafer.
Good. Remove the
Wraith.
Oh man, you're a star. All right, now, guys, your next word is the word lantern. And I want you to think about changes you would make in that word. And I will be the kid, and I'm going to choose one of you to do it with me. So think of the word lantern, and you're going to be making changes. Give you a minute. All right, Tara, give me a shot. Lantern.
All right, let's change the L to a T.
Okay, well, we want to keep to the sound, ul.
Oh, so change ul to t.
There you go, ul to t. Tantern.
Change the ah to an
An a to an lantern.
Change the n to an
Lumtern.
Remove the
Lumter. That was great. Okay. Next word is raptor. I want you to kind of play with changes on raptor. And you don't have to go in that order. You can start removing. It's really you're moving any place. By the way, kids with dyslexia who haven't been remediated in high school cannot do this. This is one way you pick out kids with dyslexia in high school. Now, what you do is slow it down if the child has problems. So if you go in lantern, remove the with a p, and they can't do it, we'd go, okay, in lantern, remove the to a p. You just slow down the word so they can isolate the sound. Bruce, you want to give it a shot?
Yeah. So you say raptor or I say,
Raptor, well, you're the teacher, so you'll say raptor.
okay. So raptor, change the to an
Scepter.
saptor. Change the to an r.
Saptor.
Saptar.
Oh, to an A. I got you, to an R. Saptar.
Change the pt to a sh.
Rapshar.
Good. Change the sh to s.
Rapsar.
Good.
Get rid of that vowel now. Do something with that vowel.
Change the a to an
Rothsar.
rustar.
Right. Okay. And what did you have me change now?
The a to an
Would is a U. So it'd be Rothar.
right.
All right. Give me an
Rustar.
All right,
Wait.
give me an What's just say I can't hear you. Your speaker's off, Bruce.
Yeah, the host muted me. I don't know what was up with that. Anyway,
Give me a short O.
ah,
Give me a short U.
ah.
Good for you. I might have misheard that then. All right. So you play with that. You take a few words and you play with it. Not a big deal. This is how you're just opening. Say, we're going to play a few with the little words here. Okay. And what you're trying to get them to do is be able to isolate those changes in words. All right. Now we go to a 5-minute game right off the bat. And I'm going to reintroduce my games and then I'm going to open it for you because this is going to be very important. You're going to have 15 minutes a game. So whatever game you're playing, you will play that the entire time. Okay. Example is baseball, which my kids love. They just love it. And we'd play three 5-minute games during it, or swimming, which I will show you, or basketball. Now, these are just some suggestions. I'm going to be looking for games, and I want you guys, when you get time, to look for phonetic games that we can do. But I'm going to go back to the ones I've worked with, which are pretty much work really well with my program. Okay, so we have the 5-minute game, then spell and read sounds for 4 minutes. We're not going to be dealing with the spelling rules. So you're just going to be dealing with the sounds on the board in front of them that they know. And then you're going to be pointing. So that's about 4 minutes, right? We with me? Okay. Then we have the reading of syllables. We've skipped the spelling of syllables because we're not doing spelling and we're dealing with the changing component here. So we'll have the reading of the syllables. Now the 5-minute game. Then we're going to read words using the 4-step method if necessary. This could take 8 minutes. Yeah.
Are those like the words from the book?
Yeah, words from the book. Then we have a 5-minute game. Then we read book and repeated readings, and then we close with whatever our new concept was, like the vowel tag, just review the vowel tag. And that is the session. Okay. All right, I want you to look at that and critique it or not, or things you like about it or don't like about it, or things you'd think would improve. And then I'll go through some of the games I've done that I know are successful. The problem is if you don't have, you're going to have to get creative if you don't have a Mac. How many of you don't have a Mac? Oh, you all have Macs. Well, great. Then it's pretty, you can take the pages and use it. I basically have sent Colleen 2 forms of this. One is PDF, where you have to kind of Xerox the sheet like I've done. Watch.
Yeah, I don't have a Mac.
I don't
Yes.
either. I don't either.
So what you'll have to do is basically have a game board like this that you move with. And then
You would not show it to us. I also, I posted a website that you can get free games that, it's wordwall.com/community.
all right, are they academic games or are they just
Yeah.
games?
They're completely academic games. And what you do is on the community, it's other people have made these games. So sometimes there's a spelling error or something because they're human people,
Okay.
made them. But you type in what you're looking for. Like I did today, I did the OUGH.
Okay.
And I put that in and it comes up with a ton of different games that people have made, and you find the kind that you want. You should play with it first before you show it to kids. But
All right, can you give me that address again?
I put it in the chat.
Okay.
It's wordwall.com/community. The community are the games that teachers have made that they're willing to share.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I've never tried to make my own game. I don't know if you have to be a member, that I don't know. But there's so many games that are already made.
Okay, I'm there. In fact, it probably wouldn't hurt for everyone to go there.
You can share your screen, Steve.
Okay.
Show it.
That's true.
Yeah, it is.
So this is what you're seeing.
No. Word. What happened? Hold on a second. I thought it was word wall. Hold on. Let me see what I got.
Maybe I did the wrong backslash or slash.
Hold on. It's just word wall.
Bless
Word
you.
wall.
Wordwall.net. Sorry.
.net
Wordwall.net/community /
dot community or just community?
/community.
Okay.
Sorry, people.
All right, cool.
Yeah, and then you type in where it has the search, type in what you want to practice.
Perfect. All right.
And-
So let me see.
Yeah,
This.
and then there's all different levels because people have put in,
Love it.
people made all these.
All right. Now you have to log, you have to have sign up.
No, you don't.
Okay. So I'm
No.
gonna do the search.
And I don't know if you have to, it's been so long, I don't know. But it looks like you do have to sign up, but it's free. And then also when you find a game that you like and you scroll down past the game, you have options where if you want to make it with a timer or make it, like a whole bunch of different choices of what you can do with that game.
Randy,
Yes.
I love your initiative. This is great because I've been looking at various game sites. I haven't been happy with them.
This is really good. And I mean, there's some good and there's some not good. You got to figure it out.
Okay,
I don't know how to like save the ones that I like. Yeah, I don't know how to save them, or I just look for a new one each time because so many of my kids are at, total different levels.
okay, here we're here now.
Okay, so then go into the search. Oh, you did.
I did. I'm looking for
You
the,
did.
I put in the,
VCCV. Okay, now scroll down before you click. Wait, don't click start yet. Scroll down.
Okay.
Scroll down
right.
and see this. You have, there's a timer. There's different, I don't know what all those mean. I usually turn
I know.
off the
Okay.
timer.
Okay.
Yeah, I usually turn off the timer the first time I do it with kids. And then there's all these different games. See this, there's classic, primary, neon. And whatever you do, it doesn't change
Love
what
it.
the kid is doing. I mean, it doesn't change the program for somebody else. It's just for you that time.
All right, let's try it.
So, and then you can enlarge it in the bottom right corner. There's those arrows.
Okay, now just a minute. I
Make it
gotta see what they
square.
want me to do here. All right, it's not
Yeah,
really.
you have, no, so what you have to do is you have to look, see there's the rabbit rule, whatever that is.
Right.
There's VCC, whatever. You have to click on one of the words, drag it to where you think it goes.
Oh, well, this is cool.
A lot of them are,
Rabbit rule would be a double, well,
okay, double B or double, yeah.
I would think, but that doesn't want that.
Okay.
Well,
No, you have to see the squares underneath? Bring it into the
Oh.
square underneath. There you go.
I got you.
And it's the same amount. If there's 6 there, they want 6 of them.
I love it. Okay, this is a great site. What I need to do, people won't know kind of what to ask for because I knew this would not be under Valtag. It would be under VCCV. But this
Right.
is what we're looking for.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's look at just something creative. I'm going to go back to, let's see, so how do I get out of the game?
Hit the pause. There should be a pause somewhere.
Let's see, share, edit, like, more, timer.
What are you looking for?
I just want to get out of the game.
Oh, go to the top and just put something else in search.
Okay. All right, just for the heck of it.
Yeah, you could do like short vowels. Yeah, you got to call it the regular, not your
Yeah,
words.
The art way of saying
Right,
it.
right. But you also, like at some point, if people do it, you might be able to type in learn up. Like if somebody does start doing them. But I don't know how to create the game. I don't have that much initiative, like you say. It's a lot of, that's more. So,
All right, it won't allow me to go to a search, so somehow I got to get out of it.
okay.
I don't see a X or a quit or, let's see.
Is it
Share.
how about a back arrow?
Search community.
Did you turn it off?
Oh, I went to community. Now let's see what happens.
Okay.
All
There
right,
you
I'm
go.
gonna
Oh,
look
now there's a
at
search.
diphthongs.
Yeah.
Okay. People would know to put in that diphthongs.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah.
Diphthong.
Yeah, I've put in like if it's OU versus OI or, if someone's having a trouble or.
Love this.
This one's kind of dumb. You spin it and you have to and then you eliminate it. That's all you do with this one, but it works for some people. So then you just have the person read it or tell you about it or whatever you want. And then once they get it right, you click on it and it goes away.
So they ought to say pauper.
Yes.
What am I clicking on, the arrow or?
Click on the word. Oh, no, look on the bottom where it says eliminate.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That fits our old rule. If they get it correct, they get a point. If
Right.
they don't get it correct, they don't. And then my turn, if I say it wrong, they got to correct me.
Yes, you can do
If I
that
say
too.
it right, they got to tell me it's right. So my
Yes.
points are based on him checking my correctness or right. So let me do this with, let's see, who haven't I used? Victoria, Vicky, let me do it with you. Okay, we'll spin it.
Ooh.
Okay, go ahead and read that, Vicky.
Should I say the sounds or just read it?
Read the word.
downsize.
All right, you got that. That so she'd get a point. Now spinning, it's my turn. Spin it. I see what you mean, Randy. You got to play with these. Okay. Okay. All right, Vicky. This word is outline. That's
Outline?
correct. Just what I said.
It's not outline, it's outline.
Oh, outline. So you corrected me. I don't get a point.
Haha.
I said that's how I play this game. All right, there is a lot to mine here, so I'm going to spend some time with this. This would be a site we want to use, thanks to you, Randy. We're going
You're
to
welcome.
put some time in. Now, I do like mine in order direct presentation with the program. I'm not quite sure. I think people who didn't use mine would have to, who don't have a Mac, would have to make a little board that they show. But I just thought I'd review some of the games mine has. So that, if you were to do that, that game could be 3 5-minute sessions if it's a longer game, or you could have 3 different games. Okay, now why are we doing this? Because if there is a mask on, nothing's going in. Kid's not responding. He's unhappy. He's not. So we got to keep him motivated. That's the whole point. That's why we're doing this. And this is only for what we call the reluctant kid, who often are our scholarship kids. But what's happened is we've heard enough lately about the frustrations that we want to work on changing that. So number one, I would like you all to play with that. And then I can come up with terms. What I will do is come up with the terms that kicks off the game. Like I knew VCCV would kick off the game. Another may be blends. Another may be the floss rule will kick off our hungry rule. The 1-1-1 rule will kick off the bully rule. So I will go ahead and start getting you the names of the games. That'll be my task the next week. Okay. All right. So let's go back to our plan, and then we're going to do a game with that plan. So we'll begin with the phonemic awareness. So again, you look at the book, and the word is spectacular. Play with that. Spectacular. Play with moving letters.
So, Steve, this is entirely oral, this exercise, right?
Entirely oral, yeah. It's short and sweet. It's only a minute or two. You're getting him to isolate sounds. Take your time.
Who are you waiting for, Steve?
I'm looking for something while you're doing it. Okay.
You
No.
want each of us to do it?
Spectacular. I want you to play with it, and I'm going to pick one of you.
Oh, okay.
I already have somebody in mind, Laura. Laura Bain? Okay. So I'm the kid. You're warming me up. So spectacular. What are you going to have me do?
Spectacular, do it without the,
Spectacular.
change the eh to ah.
Spectacular or pactacular. Well, you got to hold it in your memory too. You got it. This is a working memory.
Yeah.
Spectacular. Go ahead.
Change to and now I need to change another part of the word.
Change what now?
I'm sorry. To
Mectacular.
change. Could we do a whole ending like R?
Sure.
Spectacular R to ing.
Spectacular ring.
I was thinking
Or
spectacular.
Spectacular ring. Right. Spectacular ring.
Change the to And I have it written down. I hope you have it written.
Permecular, permecling.
Sure.
All right, we'll pause there.
I
That would
couldn't
be
do
a
it
tough.
without having it written down.
So when you see what's involved is what I have to do is hold the word, get your change, remove it, and keep the word. So that's why we'll start with simple words like couch. Amanda, are you there? Is Amanda there? I see her picture.
Hi, yes, sorry. I had to
All
go
right.
get to the door.
Start playing with couch with me.
Couch?
Couch. Couch without.
Okay. Okay. Can you do couch without the ch?
Cow.
Can you do, oh wait, so then would it be just cow, the new word?
Yeah, cow's a new word.
Okay. So cow with the p,
Cow.
pow with the,
Cow, you mean?
well, it doesn't have the ch, right?
Right.
So pow
Okay, to what?
to, from the ow to a ah,
Paw.
then paw from a p to a k.
Caw. Okay, that's the idea. So you get the idea. You're changing beginning, middle, and end, and it requires. So you'll start with simple words and go from there. So you'll just go to the book. And by the way, the words you use, just say, do we know what they mean? They're coming up in your story. Okay. All right. So quick start, 5-minute game, spell and read sounds. And that we know what to do. Reading of syllables, instead of the spelling of syllables, we're doing this quick activity. Again, there are studies to support that that alone can help kids. To me, it helps the kids that aren't severe dyslexic. But a lot of our kids we're working with at scholarship kids, their issue is not dyslexia. Their issue is they weren't taught and they don't care. That's what we're trying to change. Okay. Then we have our game again, then read words using the 4-step method. Then we have the game 5 minutes, and then we read book and repeated readings. Now, repeated readings I've found are motivating for kids. I mean, I've been doing it forever with my kids, but I'm constantly pushing them. All right, you did 35. I bet you can't do 25. That's our goal, 25. You got 25. Let's see if we can beat 20. You constantly are pushing them. Sometimes I'll just say, hey, you know what? You got 40, you make 20, we're done today. That will really, I had a kid today. I said, you got to get 120 and we're done. And he was, batting around 95. He got 120, So I'll do that sometimes, repeating reading. You're averaging 80, you get to 110 today, we're done. And I'll time them, boom. I'll usually time them for 30 seconds and double it so I don't wear them out. But, okay. So let's look at that plan. Any questions about it at this point before we go further?
I have a question.
Go for it.
I didn't notice I took notes on the new schedule, but I didn't take notes on the times. So for my child, who is I guess you could say a reluctant reader, her favorite part of the session is the reading part. So can I keep that as still being like the same amount of time? Is that what we're supposed to do, or did you suggest for it to be shorter?
Well,
I didn't see the times.
It's 15 minutes for the reading and repeated reading. But the more the merrier. I mean, if she loves reading, knock out a 5-minute game, so much the better. If she really loves it, knock out 10 minutes of the game. Just put a game in when she gets tired. See, I primarily will do a game when a kid's tired or if he's not a little low. But as you know, once you work with a kid who's on fire, you don't have to do the bells and whistles anymore. You just can teach them. And relationship takes over for game playing. That's what should happen. The kid just likes you, wants to work with you, and they'll share something about their model car or surfing or, they're dating or whatever they're doing. They'll share it with you. You listen, you support, and the relationship takes over for bells and whistles. But for the kid who doesn't care and doesn't have a relationship with you, that's where the games will work. So we want to get totally familiar with that site. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you each something to go look for in that game. Okay? All right. So Vicky, I want you to look under ing-ang words in the game. So you're going to have to, by the way, put in your an email and a password at that game. Okay, you with me?
I look under what? Sorry.
Okay, you know the game we just talked about, correct?
Uh-huh.
Did you have to
The
put it in your
website.
website?
The website.
Why don't we do that for everyone, Randy? Everyone put this into your website right now. Go ahead. It was word wall forward
.net. Yeah.
Dot
No,
net.
.net.
/ community. Okay. And then it takes 10 seconds to sign up. Put your email and a password. Want everybody to do that. Okay.
I don't know how to save the game. Maybe I'll look into that, like how to use it better.
Well, it struck me if you just keep the game up, I'd only be using that game that day. So if it was
Right.
a longer game, I would be doing 3, but I would never get rid. I'd just have it there on the side, so I don't have to worry about saving it. Do you know what I mean?
No, but let's say another session, you want to use that exact same game again, or if with a different student, you want to use that game again, but meanwhile you use a different one. There's so many, there's like millions of them, not, I'll look at it and see.
Yeah. Okay.
There might be a way to save it, your favorite or something.
Okay. All right. So Vicky, now that you're there, I want you to see if there's a game for ing-ang words. Okay. Jenny, blend words. Tara, I want you to look for 111 rule. Lydia, I want you to look for consonant digraphs. Laura, I'd like you to look for our family. Randy, I'd like you to look for vowel teams.
Now I'm going to look at how to save things.
All right.
Sorry.
Kathleen, look under vowel teams.
Is there a search here somewhere for it?
There's a search.
How come I'm not seeing it?
Did you sign up?
Oh,
You have to
yeah.
sign up
Okay.
Gotta
first.
sign
All right,
up.
I pulled it up, but I didn't sign up. Okay.
Briley, I want you to look up endings like shun and jun and jur. Let's see how many you can find with endings. Okay. Amanda, I want you to see if you can find something in the dropping rule. Okay. Bruce, the floss rule, FLOSS. Colleen,
Okay.
let's look at you for just the VCV rule. Let's see if it has it, because there should be a game that does changing. All right, so I'll look up that and see if you can find a game.
So Steve, you just want us to kind of look at a few and find one that would fit because
Just pick one, and we're going to look to see, number
600.
one, were you able to find it, and what's the game look like?
okay, because there's
Because the
hundreds there are.
part of the whole success of this plan is that these games carry the session. So you don't get to fight the kid anymore. That's the whole purpose.
Yeah, there's a whole page of games for the floss rule.
All right, you pick one, Bruce, that looks interesting. Amanda, did I give you something? What do you have?
The dropping rule.
Dropping, does it have something?
Yeah,
Okay,
it has a lot.
okay, go. Just pick one. Tara, what do you have?
I have the 111 rule. I found a couple games for it.
You found games for it, good. So it's under terminology used by Orton-Gillingham. Okay. Do we all have a game? We all have a game, okay? All right. Now, do I have to make you co-host for you to share your screen? I hope not. No? All right.
No, you just can give permission.
All right. So Victoria, can you share your screen and show us the game?
Yes, I can.
So,
There's a bunch of them and they're all pretty different. But the one I
Oh.
chose is fine.
go ahead, pick
They're all
one.
really different. It's like you can either do the wheel thing or like
Done.
move the words into ang or ing or identify if it's part of that. But then the one that I clicked on, I liked the noise that it made. Just like click on one. And then you try and find the match.
Oh, match game. That's wonderful.
Some of them are not a match. Some of them are just identifying like the wheel. I don't know which is how you know which is which, but
I think
this
what you're
one,
doing is you're identifying that they have this ang in it. Now you're looking for something that has the ing. That has an ing. Well, wait a minute. What is this? Okay. Mustang.
Right.
I don't know what the
that's you have to play with them because you can't you may or may not know, you know.
Figure out what's going on. There's no direction.
Right.
You just got to figure it out.
Yeah. And then they all will work the same way, like when you find another game that looks the same,
Right.
there's, different.
Now, again, any game like this, you want the kid to read the word. That's the key thing. So it looks like, all right, prong, fang. Now, prong and fang don't have a lot in common, except the ng. Rung.
I don't know what the colors are.
That's like what they're getting at here.
Yeah, I guess it's just opening them.
And reading them.
Yeah, I guess so. But I don't know why there's like a check mark up here, but yeah. Or maybe. Yeah.
That works. Again, it would be done anything like this where it's just reading the words. The child would get a credit if he read it. I get credit if I slip a mistake by him or if I say it correctly and he thinks it's wrong. They'd all be the same anytime we're dealing with this. Okay. But anyway, there is it. Everyone
You
make
can
it.
change it over here too. Like what kind of you want to do. Open the box, match them, or do the
matching
wheel.
pairs.
You can do like a bunch of different things, I guess.
Okay. Try the matching pairs for a moment.
Okay. Oh, well,
I got you.
it's just purple.
That would be much too large for matching pairs, by the way. We'd want something smaller than that. I wonder if you can reduce the amount of words there.
I don't know if you can reduce it, but you can find a game that has less.
Okay, gotcha.
Or if you
Right.
create it. I don't know. I'm learning about it too. So
All right, so let's pause there. So we know those of you who want ing words are there. All right, who is next?
It also seems like you can save them from the like and bookmark, just by the way.
oh yeah? Okay, that's good.
Okay.
That's it? Okay.
All right, next is Jenny. What did you look up?
I looked up blend words, and they also had very similar.
Similar games. Okay, I got it. Once you got one game, you got them all. Here again, it would be the kid gets it right, he gets a point. If he doesn't, he doesn't. And then he's got to decide if I get it right. Like if I say blick and he doesn't catch it, I get a point. Or if I say block and he thinks it's wrong, I get a point. But if I say block and he says, well, you said it correctly, I don't get a point. I only get a point if I can slip a mistake by him or if he thinks something's a mistake. That gives him the edge, right? And we, of course, want the kid to win more games than lose because these kids have issues with losing, by the way. we don't want to get into that. All right. Good. So that's the one you chose, Jenny? Okay. All right, Tara.
Okay, I picked the one where you get to hit the moles. So I think this popped up for some of the other ones. But it's like the bully rule. So you hit the one that follows the bully rule. So I got
Next. I love this.
then they just keep popping up. Oh, so there are levels on this one. All right. We just
There's also like a Wild West one. It's pretty funny.
Okay. I love this. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Next, Lydia. What did we have you look under?
I was looking under consonant digraphs, and so I chose the same spin it. There are quite a few there for consonant digraphs, but I
Okay.
chose the spinning the wheel again.
Gotcha. So once you know that will, it's the same for all of them. So these terms are correct. So make sure you have these terms down because that's going to get you into the game. All right, good. Thank you, Lydia. Next is Laura. What do you have?
I had R control and I'm not sure. Oops, let me share my screen. I'm not sure this is going to be the right game because it's more spelling than reading. Because
I got you.
right. So like, I don't know if I, as the teacher, might say chirp, and then the child is going to have to know how to, put the CH together.
Right.
And then they know that they need to know that the, I don't know how to, what do I do with the one I'm not ready to? So what I was thinking about, they have the vowel in front of the R. A girl in a cheerleader as a cheerleader, she wears skirts.
That would be very difficult for our kids, this game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
It's the only one I looked at, so.
And since we're only
Yeah.
working on reading, we'd want to get more of a reading game.
Right, okay, thanks.
All right, good job though. Next,
They have like a hangman, which is also a spelling, not reading. But
If we don't say hangman anymore,
what are we saying now?
anything that's not hangman.
a hang woman.
No, no,
Oh, just kidding.
no, stickman or something.
Stickman.
Yeah, I've heard it's something called something else. I can't remember what it was.
It's
We
not.
don't-
Hang the butcher was what I used to call it.
Yeah, but
Hang
You
the
know.
butcher. Why you hang the butcher? I'll never know. Anyway, Kathleen, what do you got?
I have vowel teams.
Okay, what'd you come up with?
Let me just pull it up. There are a lot of games here, depending, where the student is.
Yeah.
I guess I could do this one. Balloon pop is what I have. Do you want to see it or?
Yeah.
Okay. I love the sound effects.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
You have
I'm
to
dropping
click
it
on
in
the
there.
ones that go in, yeah.
The match that correspond to the word.
I see. This is a good game.
It's a little complicated, I realize now. Just depends on the student. Ah. The wrong one.
Good game.
Yes, it actually requires some hand-eye coordination.
Right.
So for me, it's tricky.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've also done these where like if a kid can't control it at all and they tell me which one.
Mhm. Gotcha.
Steve, did you know that a while ago you gave us some games that are actually from WordWall? I think like over a year and a half ago. I can send that to you.
Really?
Yeah, I can pull it up, but don't wait for me. Go
All right.
ahead. Yeah.
All right, you have endings. What'd you come up with?
Sorry, that was me. I got distracted.
You had endings. What do you have?
Okay. So for the endings, it's like I couldn't really find one that had all of the endings. It was more like able versus able, and then like the shuns, and
That's
then
what we're looking for. That's fine.
The shirt, sure. All of the games were just like the other ones.
Okay.
Like I kind of chose the mole one. I don't think we really need to do that one
Great.
again.
We know
Yeah,
that-
and then there was, if they're like struggling with the shuns, there's like games like evasion, and then you choose which one
Gotcha.
you want to do.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but the one that I chose was the mole one,
Gotcha.
but I don't know if we need to do that
You
again.
don't do it again. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bruce.
Yeah, so I have the floss rule, which is a spelling rule, but here you go. So this is one where you just put them in the right category.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Gotcha. Good game. Okay. Great.
Yeah, I have found some with, improper spelling, or I found, or it's not really a diphthong, or,
Well, we want to get familiar with this site
Yeah.
because we can
Right.
use it with our kids who aren't on the this adopted or modified plan. Just as
you
well.
can use it. Yeah, you can use it for anybody.
Yeah. All right, Colleen, what are you up to? No good?
Okay, let me share my screen here. So the game that I found was, I think, is similar to the one that Kathleen, oh wait, no, that's not it, sorry. That Kathleen chose. So I have the VCV rule. Was it this? Where did it go? Oh, it was this one. So basically it's like the train thing, and you have to pop the balloon into kind of like whatever crate.
All right, so let's see what that is. You see, oh, I see what it's doing. Oh, I like this game a lot. This
Yeah,
requires
this
a
one's
lot of
fun.
processing. Nice. I like this a lot.
And then I'll move on to the
Yeah.
next level.
Hmm.
There's a couple
Yeah,
levels.
because you gotta be, well, all right, it's VCV, so you're gonna have, it's a really vowel tag word. Well, pilot is a V, it's a vowel change word. Yeah, not a vowel tag word, it's a vowel change, right? Good. All right, I love that game. That's perfect.
Do you want to see the list of games you gave the tutors? Like it was quite some time ago.
Sure, let's wait, just
So
hold on.
can you
for a
see?
moment.
Oh, okay.
Just,
so I have, excuse me, I have a 4 o'clock, and so I need to leave.
okay, we'll see you, Bruce.
Okay, thanks very much.
Bruce, what I want you to do is just get familiar with this site so
Yeah.
that you can pull these games in.
Absolutely.
All of us get familiar because we will come back to these. Any particular, what I'd like people to find a game they really like that we will again show next week and come back to this plan. Okay?
Okay.
See you
Yeah.
later. All right, who's
I
next?
also have a 4 o'clock.
Too.
You-
I do as well.
All right, so we're going to close. We have this adapted plan, which you now see, right? Does that adapted plan make sense? You now have the games. All right, I'm not even going to go into my games. I'll go into those maybe next our next meeting, because those really, mine are more in-depth program. But these could be just fun for the kids. So what I want you to do, only with the scholarship or what we call the reluctant kids, does this plan. You're following the reading checklist only, right? Not the spelling, going straight down the reading, following the books. Okay, so I want you to look at that plan, play with it if you have a scholarship kid, and then let's comment on it our next meeting, okay?
Why don't you want us to use it with the non-scholarship kids?
Because we want to do the whole program with the non-scholarship kids. See, Randy, our scholarship kids are often at risk.
Yes.
They're kids nobody could teach. So we
Right.
have decided to go with the reading and motivating lesson, okay?
Right.
There can be kids that aren't scholarship we choose to do this with, but we don't want this to be our default lesson.
But are you talking about the ones that are just doing the reading program and not spelling, those scholarship kids, or other scholarship kids too?
Here's the deal, Randy. We will call them reluctant. And if we call them reluctant, this is the plan they do.
Okay.
Okay.
That-
All right,
yeah.
guys. We'll see you
Alrighty.
next week. Bye-bye.
Are
Bye-bye.
we going to get a list of that program? Or
Oh,
do,
show me that list. Yeah. People got to go, but show that to me.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Okay, just really quickly. So these are, I forgot when you gave us these, but some of them